You can't stop these plants, and that's why I love growing. That's why I love to be aLJo. Garden time, baby.
I grow it, I cook it, and farm to table. Broccoli, peppercorn, and basil. Zucchini's a staple. I never thought I'd see potting mix or ant colonies in COVID quarantine. About to hit the garden up. The name's aLJo, I farm it up. I got seeds, I got time. Plus I'm hungry, so let's start it up. Let's go! aLJo. Quarantine. Gardening. In COVID-19. During a time of such uncertainty and anxiety, it is so important to have a purpose in your daily life. You can take control of your diet, get in touch with your human roots, and create your own solution to food insecurity. Make the best of this quarantine by growing what you eat.
What's up, everybody? It's aLJo from aLJo Gardening. I'm doing a little experiment today. I saw a video of somebody planting a pepper plant inside a wine bottle, and I was intrigued because I'm all about efficiency, using the best space that you have to your ability. I have some Thai chili peppers here, some seedlings, so I'm gonna try to pot it inside this. So I have my potting soil here. It's a very tight bottleneck here. It's gonna take me some time to get the potting mix in here, so I'm gonna take my time. This is really just a peaceful process if you let it be. I'm gonna fill it up until it gets about here, maybe even to the top where it starts to bottleneck. It's getting there, slowly but surely. I wanna hit it just so it compacts a little bit. I'm almost there, I'm almost there. I have to fill it all the way up to the bottleneck before I can start putting the roots in there. This is about perfect. You see the soil, it's all the way up to about the bottleneck, right about here. So at this point, I'll be able to actually put my pepper plant in here. I'm gonna have to strip some of the bottom leaves and hopefully it'll grow upward. So let's try it out. I chose the Thai chili pepper because it actually will grow outward, similar to like an okra, where the flowers will actually produce fruit that go upwards. The Thai chili pepper is root bound. It's obviously, as you can see, thicker than this here, but I'm just gonna break it up and kind of weave the roots in there. I moistened it up a little bit, and as you can see, it's sopping, but it actually really helps me break this up a little bit.
Don't worry, I swear I'm not harming the plant. There was actually another seed started in the same cell, so the root systems are interlocking. I carefully untangle these until I'm left with just the roots that I need.
I can weave it through the hole here. But first, I'm gonna strip off some of these bottom leaves. So it's just gonna kind of slide through in there. Nice! Right down into you can kind of even see it. Kind of got it in there. And now I'm gonna just put some more soil in here so it can actually cover the roots properly.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you a very special program.
The roots are finally covered by the dirt. I'm gonna water it and let's see what happens. So putting some water in will allow the roots to actually get established inside the wine bottle. They'll start to spread downward, and hopefully as it grows, you'll actually start to see the roots along the sides. That's how you really know that it's growing and it's making progress. Here's my pepper plant, and let's see if it grows. I'm gonna bring it inside and see what happens. After a day, the Thai chili pepper seemed to have established itself. It's perked up a little bit, came towards the sun, not flopping anymore. I'll make a nice arrangement with the red peppers with the green bottle. It's gonna be a nice ornamental for the house. Wow, and after a few days, new leaves are forming from the top. Wow, and this is just growing perfectly in this wine bottle. And look at the root system. You start to see it spreading down the bottle. I haven't watered it since the first day because it kept its moisture. I didn't want to overwater it, but it's grown deeper in order to tap into the water that's run down. I gave it a thorough watering the first day. But as you can still see, there's still moisture in the bottle, so I'm not really going to water it until that starts to dry out. Today, I'm looking at the progress of the Thai chili pepper.
And check this out. And I have not watered it once. And not only has it grown, the leaves have grown out, but there are buds at the end. And you could start to see the Thai chili pepper start to become a thing. And it is just looking excellent. And look at these roots. Deep, exuberant, just from one watering, just one. What? It's already flowering. Lots of new growth here, new leaves coming up. As you can see, the smaller ones. I have some blossoms here now, a few, which is really exciting. I just really want to make sure this blossoms correctly and we can get some abundant fruit. So I'm gonna water it.
After an entire month, the potting mix is finally dry. The wine bottle doesn't have any drainage, so be sure not to drown your plant.
All right, so I just did some watering. And as you can see, some parts are wet. Some of it travels downwards to the roots, but it's still kind of traveling. Take a look as I turn it around though. You can see more of the wet parts. Right here, it's probably gonna drizzle down, go to the tap roots in the bottom. That'll last a while, I think. This is the first time I'm watering it post-planting. Almost a month and a half later, I'm taking a look at my Thai chili pepper plant, sitting underneath these grow lights with a couple other plants that unfortunately in the coming weeks, or in the past weeks, got ravaged by some thrips. You could definitely see the damage where if you see some of these younger leaves, they look a little bit deformed. So I don't know if you could see it. Actually, I can't even see it myself now. Anyway, the initial leaves are out. Then we have some more side branches coming out and a ton of blossoms at the top. Not only just blossoms, but also a start and a sign of a Thai chili pepper. Look at that, huh? Look at that. It's just perfect. All right, checking back in here with the Thai chili pepper in my wine bottle. It is flourishing somewhat, and I say that as a caveat because I actually have had a tough time. You see these white specks on the pepper. Those aren't actually white specks. If you look closely, they're actually moving around. These are thrips. They're actually sucking the juice out of the pepper. And that's actually what happened with all the flowers. This is when I first spotted them. You can see a lot of discoloration in the leaves. And this actually, I don't know how they got inside, but they've been devastating my inside garden. And this is indoors where I thought they would be safe from any pests. But boy, was I wrong. Thankfully, the plant compensated for the loss, and here we are. It has been 2 months since we started this Thai chili pepper and planted it in this wine bottle. Last time I showed you, the thrips were destroying these leaves here, which you can see are clearly dying. The pepper is not looking too healthy, and we saw some thrips on it last time, but since then, look at the growth that has happened here. Not only do we see flowers, we see some more blossoms as well. And sure, we could see little thrip damage here, but the flowers are still prevailing, the blossoms still looking great. I haven't given it any fertilizer, only water. You can't stop these plants, and that's why I love growing. That's why I love to be aLJo. Garden time, baby.
I was so excited for the resilience of this chili pepper plant, but I didn't take action in time, and the thrips continued to destroy the flower blossoms. I moved the wine bottle outside to introduce some natural predators, and luckily, I was able to enjoy one unhindered Thai chili pepper before the growing season ended. I savored every single bite of this spicy pepper, and what better to drink with it than a glass of wine? Cook it, I'm farm to table. Cauliflower, okra, eggplant, and basil. Zucchini, that's a staple. Gardening, I'm about to hit my garden up. The name is aLJo, yeah, I farm it up. I got seeds and I got time, and I'm pretty hungry, to be honest, so it started up. Never thought I'd see potting mix and ant colonies in COVID quarantine. Whether Whether for fun, to find peace of mind, or to combat glaring food inequities, it is time to start taking ownership of your food supply. Break free from food insecurity and food apartheid by starting a container garden today. Not tomorrow, not next week. All right, fine. You can start on the weekend. I get it. You're busy with other stuff. But start growing ASAP because you'll never find a hobby as mentally gratifying and stomach-filling as gardening is. It takes less than 30 minutes a day and saves lots of cash in the long term. Join me in uplifting yourself, your family, and our community for generations to come.